I hire a new contractor. I finally get a new contractor. So guys, always work with a licensed and insured contractor. I will never, ever again work with a contractor who is not licensed or insured because of this very reason. It costs more. It costs more to get the work done, but you do not want to deal with this type of headache. Got a new contractor in here, and so he's cost more, but he got the work done. He made it look nice. We had to redo the work that my first contractor did, redo the work that my second contractor did, so it's extremely expensive. Now we're like, okay, the property looks good. Let me get the city inspector out here, because what you need to do when you have a rental property, an investment property, you need to let the city know that you have an investment property here and that you're gonna put tenants in here. So a lot of times cities have their own inspections. Call out the city inspector, and so the city of Detroit has been, especially when I bought this property, we're struggling a lot financially. So city inspectors, this was kind of their way of, this is their way of making money by issuing permits. So now the city wanted us to pretty much do everything new on this property. Like, they wanted us to redo the plumbing, to redo the mechanical, to redo the electrical, like to redo everything on the property. It was a lot of work. So then we're getting this work done, and we find out that for some reason our drains are not clogging. Our drains are not working. The water is not going down the drains. So I'm gonna take you guys to the basement. So what happened was, we did some research and we found out that somebody living in this property beforehand took cement and they poured cement down the drain. I guess this is something that happens when tenants don't like their landlords in certain areas. And so, like, you can see this drain right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me flip the camera around. Just turn it like this. There was no way for water to leave this property or sewage to leave this property because all of the drains outside of the property were filled with cement. Again, another huge reason why you have to have a property inspection by your own independent contractor, so you can figure out these type of things. So then we had to bust out the cement in this basement, bust out the pipe all the way to like the city line, and we had to redo that and plumbing. So we had to bust out the cement, redo that plumbing, and then re-pour the cement. It was extremely expensive. So that happens. Then we the city inspectors were just not helpful. Like, they were asking us to pay for permits for everything. Like, we had to replace smoke detectors. They wanted us to pay like $100 permit fee to replace smoke detectors. We had to paint windowsills. They wanted $125 as a permit fee to paint windowsills. And then on top of that, the city inspectors were not agreeing with each other. We had one city inspector come out and he said, hey, your electrical riser, your electrical pole in the back needs to be 15 feet tall. So we changed it. The second inspector comes out and said, no, it needs to be 12 feet tall. Why is it 15? We're like, what the heck? Your first inspector said 15. So this pretty much happened for like a long time. So we kept paying. And then they were like, hey, you guys need to change the grade, the elevation of your property. We're like, why? They're just like, oh, you need to. They really didn't give us a reason, but they're like, you're not going to get passed as a rental unless you do this. And that was another $7,000 job. So we go through this, like these type of issues again and again and again. So many property issues that should have been discovered earlier on, but I made the mistake of not getting a property inspection. If you enjoyed this clip and you want to continue your financial education journey, I have another video that I think you'll love. All you got to do is click that button right over there. And for those of you who want to stay up to date on the top finance and business news, you can join Market Briefs, my free financial newsletter, by clicking that button below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.